Good morning, Seattle. Should Halloween be canceled as a killer stalks the streets?
This just in. Seattle is a...
Well, I do like to check out small horror films from time to time, also those on the bloodier side. Terrifier, The Sadness and Possessor being more recent examples, but also other movies in the past which were made by special effects artists. Wishmaster, The Demolitionist and The Rage by Robert Kurtzman laid to rest 1 and 2, and also little known flicks like Sweatshop or the films of Olaf Ittenbach. That's also the reason why I was surprised that something like Terrifier was getting so much buzz, and things like 100 Tears are basically unknown. I mean, there is not really that big of a difference, if we are being honest, and Terrifier doesn't have that much to offer. Just some bloody kills, like every other movie by a special effects artist, who usually is responsible for the gore effects. But with the success of Terrifier, it was just a matter of time until there were imitators. And here we have one of them, even though I have to say there are other movies that were also copied or, well, paid homage to, whatever phrasing you like more. And also it's basically imitating the backstory of Michael Myers in the beginning of the movie. A young man has killed his entire family and is now in an insane asylum. He looks like Michael Myers from the Rob Zombie films and is about to be interviewed by a psychologist. But that psychologist is quickly overwhelmed and really annihilated, basically. Same goes for a nurse that enters the room and the killer, Benji, decides to escape. Another nurse tries to get rid of the mess and Benji goes out and starts his killing spree. He finds a scarecrow costume and switches from Halloween to Terrifier, and suddenly also has the mannerisms of a mime, it seems. Don't know why though. He is mute, apparently, or pretends to be, and starts ripping apart people, quite literally. Not sure where all the strength is coming from, but he is ripping off limbs and skulls down the middle. We also see a young woman that is on a walk and will visit a party on Halloween. But to stretch the runtime, we have to see her in school and with her friends. Those scenes feel a lot like filler and don't really add anything to the film in my opinion. To be honest, there is not much of interest going on, unless there's someone killed. But the kills are pretty good actually, I would say. It does often feel like the victims are just freezing and being overwhelmed by Benji, not even trying to fight back, which is a bit odd and not that interesting. But there are some gory kills. And not that interesting is basically the motto of the film. We do get some twists at the end, but like a lot of the dialogue, it is laughable. There are phrases like "we released the wrong patient" and there is a family bond between the killer and the final girl, of course. Because the director has watched the Halloween sequels, I guess. The big showdown was also not that tense, we just see the killer and the final girl walk around in a storage unit that was probably used to shoot most of the film anyways. And it goes on for quite a while, getting dull quickly. The very end is also not good. We get another twist to set up the sequel, and some rather nonsensical scenes that are feeling very scattered and like they were supposed to be cool, but are just weirdly put together. It looks fine though for a super low budget movie, even though you can see the low budget. Even though you can see that it has a very low budget, I think it looks fine overall, and the sound is also okay. Which is not the case for some other very low budget movies. I'm looking at you, Found. So, is Dice Reloaded terrible? No, to be honest, I was a bit surprised that it was rated this badly on IMDb. It's of course not great, but it's about the same as other movies that are more about the splatter effects than anything else, I would say. And who knows, maybe the sequel will be better. With Terrifier we also saw that there was an improvement with the sequels, when compared to the first Terrifier. So maybe that's the case for this one as well. I hope they put some more work into the script and the characters though for the sequel. By the way, this was also based on a short film which was extended into a feature film, which probably explains the filler moments in this movie. But let's see what else is coming for Diced. And I will give Diced a 4 out of 10.
Played with them like they were pieces in a board game.
So get a load of the guy that just walked in.
Who's this creepy looking guy?
His name is Benjamin.
Sam, that's who was walking outside our house.